EA Sports.
This is my prediction right here, though.
Super Bowl Sunday.
First.
Taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions the San Francisco
has his own skin he's playing as.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, how about this Raiders squad?
Well, he's always been playing Madden 23.
Playoff wins. He had to go back to the AFC Championship season.
If money super chat, I'm giving money out to donate him. But like, yo, try to play Madden 23 online with the San Francisco 49ers team. You see my prediction, though, for Super Bowl?
Now the Raiders with a chance to win in their third city.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the 8th time in franchise history. One of the more successful teams in the Super Bowl era, no doubt. They look to claim their 6th title, which would tie them with the Pats and Steelers for most ever.
And they've been really close in recent years. They were in this game just 3 seasons ago. Super Bowl 54 in Miami. Had the lead in the 4th quarter against Kansas City, but watched it slip away. And how about last year? Lost a 4th quarter lead to the Rams in the NFC title game.
I'll try go not easy. I'll try go easy on that. I'll try.
To get this one started, and we are underway here on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice.
It's a Raider. Download it. His Raiders.
And here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
Not a bad first season as a starter for Lance, was it? He's really fit in that unique offense the 49ers like to run and brought another dimension to this team. Now he could deliver San Francisco a record-tying 6th Super Bowl title. And he could become the first FCS quarterback to win the Super Bowl since Kurt Warner in 1999.
Play action, now it's Lance. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. And Lance again going to keep it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Winds up and lets it go.
Oh, damn. I went way too far that one. Way too far.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Come on, bro. I'm trying to take a play. It's still kind of hard, though, because, you know.
And they'll go for it. Lance sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. Now, would have been first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
He gets this to Devontae.
Okay, Carr. Okay, Carr.
He'll be brought down at the 27.
David.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face.
I wanted that sack on Carr. Sorry, guys. I want to sack his ass.
On play action, now Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller.
Damn.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Get interception, come on, defense. Get interception right here. Huh?
Into the red zone, it's Carr. His throw incomplete.
He went out. He went to the side and went out of bounds because
pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Because he couldn't find. He couldn't do.
Carr, and he comes back with one complete.
Yeah, we're getting close to
that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end.
Huh?
Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Interception, let's go.
Intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over at their own.
Of course you say on
and that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
In his own end zone, it's Lance.
Oh, they got safety.
Goes in the end zone, and that's his safety.
So we're going to go to the end zone.
Safety first. Gosh, for such a rare play, kind of unbelievable. How many Super Bowls recently have begun with a safety? Charles, you had Tom Brady getting called for grounding against the Giants in Super Bowl 46.
Peyton Manning with the snap over his head in Super Bowl 48.
Yep, and now here's this one.
We'll see about
Johnson
that.
to return it.
Because if they get a 2-point safety and they get the ball back.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
But I'm going to sack that. I'm going to sack Carr away.
Remember, they threw
This is my car.
last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
Let's go. Good D.
There's no way you can call the last
Good job,
drive
man.
a success.
Good defense.
Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Carr. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like that about that game. You have Nitro. DJ should have put Nitro on cars, you know? Instead of this like on bikes.
Again, it's Carr.
Let's fucking go. Come on.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field.
Damn it, what am I doing?
Scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
1 quarter done.
So 2-0 right now.
Super Bowl 57. 2-0 is our score.
2-0. Niners have 0. You guys have to do because you guys sacked me in the end zone.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That would have been good.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open.
Let's go, touchdown.
It's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo.
First touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Niners have moved out in front.
Beautiful.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
It's a touchdown. Why did they turn to rule on the field? It's not a touchdown.
A touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. That time a 6-play drop. Samuel, who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
Nowhere.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Carr. Steps away. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And then they're going for it. So they'll go for it. It's Carr. No, turn on down. Let's go.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means...
And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And Lance again going to keep it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Flush to his right. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. To throw, it's Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
The quick slant caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the 49ers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Gold to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time they were stopped on fourth down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Carr now on first down, and his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Carr will try it again on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Lance. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Or switch it. I mean, what's going most of the time.
McLeod to return it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 40. And Lance now to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he spins free. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 26. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a little floater there is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Lance looks to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Charlie Warner from 3 yards out. And the 49ers will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now goal for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's got his man on the out route. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. And Lance will try again on second down. Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
For our Raiders and Niners.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Raiders ball.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this
Carr
one,
got 3 interceptions already.
Right there. They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Best ones. To me.
Mitchell. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he gets
so close.
There, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't punch on 3rd
I don't know who it is. You should know about your Raiders fans. You know all the players on there. You can ask Raider, he might know. Or put
I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it.
I want 18 yards.
I don't just want one static play.
That's Robbie Gold's going to get it. Straight in.
Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even
Robbie Gold, one of the best kickers in the league. Huh? You know, he came from the Bears, and he was not really good, and then when he came to there, he started like doing really good, and just kick up.
I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Number 9, yeah, Robbie Gold.
Giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough.
Even clutched us against the Packers, beat us for us to win in the playoffs against them. We beat them. he made like a 40 or 50-yard field goal, and we beat them.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. The Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Yeah, he's in shotgun position. Yep. Shotgun position.
It's
doing the mid. Come on, there you go.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Yeah, I'm gonna blitz you, the car.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on
the one
EA Sports.
at church.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So not quite a first
you know,
down
he's a Christian guy.
Second and less than a yard.
David Carter is a Christian guy. Yeah. You guys have it.
For Carr. And this one
You throw it. You put too much on.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's complete to Adams.
Oh, you almost got it.
They'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He completes it to Abdullah. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but and this is caught. Touchdown.
Oh, I thought he was out of bounds, but he's lucky. Barely in bounds.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone.
Oh, yep, they're going to reel it. If he's out of bounds, it's not. Huh?
Being inside 2 minutes
oh, they're going to see if he had possession. Like, because look, he had 1 foot right there, and they're going to see if he still had possession of it still. It will know if it's in or not. It depends how many foot he had in the ball. So it is a touchdown. Yep.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the
he's lucky he got in, because he would have put, if he barely touched the white line. Oh, that guy almost blocked the kid.
Point by Carlson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So
oh, yeah, they're going to go onside kick if they want it.
Definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job.
Oh, what the hell?
They had to have an onside kick.
What the heck was that?
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on
the onside kick, and he caught it. Our team got it. It just basically gave us a touchdown. Easy touchdown right here. I don't know why they did that for.
I think we're down to 9. First down, here's Mitchell. And this winds up a game 4 to the 41.
Timeout. Raiders call timeout.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Oh, he almost.
Where did
those guys away with? Went straight to the house.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. But once again, it's Mitchell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout.
Well, they won't.
As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. You have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Run down the clock.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some
37
reason.
yards?
What did we see?
That's
their
kind of
last
far.
play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They want that visualization.
They got it.
They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out.
26.
Defense can't stop the
27.
clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So
got 12 seconds to make one touchdown.
It's darn close.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you.
Oh, I intercepted. It's over.
Execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back
So it was out of
to
bounds,
base
so it doesn't count.
I
have the inbound.
As you end the ball game, it's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
5 seconds, 4 seconds. You're gonna do a Henry pass.
Now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever.
Yeah.
So good.
You guys had me at the first quarter, and then you guys start like, slacking me.
Sharing the collective happiness makes me want to carry you around a little bit.
It'll be a tough one out there because their cards are really good players.
To them, a fantastic season.
I thought he looked like. See how he look? Imagine it was Raiders and Niners Super Bowl.
And they end this
That'd be
year
one
just
crazy
how
game.
everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy.
Battle of the Day Super
What
Bowl.
a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for
Maybe can
watching,
make
everybody. We
like
will
a
see you
Super Bowl
next
of
season right
Raiders
here
and Niners.
on EA
If that
Sports.
happens, she can do that. And we all can wear our jersey, and watch the Super Bowl game. That quarterback, that's a good quarterback. He fucking destroyed that Rams last night. All that, huh? I can if I want. I don't know, should I put Broncos? Oh, I'm play against the Rams? Alright. I'll play Rams. I'll beat fucking Rams just after. I don't like that dude anyways. He's a crybaby for a Super Bowl ring. Try and call me. I'm gonna see what this might say. Epic plays. He's saying yo. Oh, that was clean right there. Yeah. I like that one actually. Beat the fuck out of the Rams. Look, I put some addition to that. Competitive. Well, that's a good time. It can be a quick recitation. Super Bowl. Expedition is just like a Raider game. Like for 6 minutes. I like 6 minutes because if I put like fucking the whole 60 minutes, look. 15 minutes, that's like almost like 4 quarters actually equals to like 4 hours. What I like, you know. I could put, should I put the Rams house and be at their house? I'm do it at nighttime.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Anytime. Now Stafford is actually going to get ass whooped. He's going to get ass whooped.
Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports.
Get my revenge on your ass.
Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there, just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, you just call him a Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start, with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 72 yards. And the Niners are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll go again here with Akers. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man right side is cut, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. Pretty impressive play. Scrambled out of the pocket. Now, it took some guts to throw that ball because the defender was right there.
Tells you also that his offensive line understands who he is. You don't just get one block on a play. Be prepared for 2 or 3 in order to help keep the play alive and out loud for the completion downfield.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance.
Good time.
This will be caught at Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
I don't hear it either.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
She's lagging his line like a lot of little bit.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Gold to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance sends it out toward the sideline. Kittle brings it in for the completion. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, a 3-yard touchdown run. as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now a dump off here complete, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Stafford on 1st down. That'll be caught by Cup. He's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right back to Akers. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taking in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And he pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Come on. Come on.
From the gun, it's Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Shotgun now for Lance.
And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Lance
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime.
Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Well, even with a huge lead, he was looking for more points. Wanted the deep shot downfield. That one goes incomplete. Obviously, he wants to put more points on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lance
on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Stafford now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He'll dump this off to Akers. And he is going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Stafford. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again at Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson from 19 yards away. And the Rams are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. Ray McCloud to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 72 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On the move to his left. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards to pick up there. They'll run on first down with Akers. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 50 at Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
From the 25 on second down. Stafford to the right side and complete to Atwell. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Akers is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Right back to Mitchell here. Gets past one man. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run the option left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Now goal for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game...
Configure the road I travel, don't grab it, that's probably baffling. They will scribble on paper, they want to shackle it. Like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a trophy kid. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with us playing, extra acting band, pull it like I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me. Greenfield's finest. Boss. Belly band tell you the dash on wood. Campaign is the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the rider, we took in the truck of them in the truck, and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no billboard bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. The vision is mine alone, just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and go back. Belly been taking the dash on wood. Instead of saving money to Sudan, I could probably take it close for a year or two. Stuck between stunting in the middle.
from Soldier Field in Chicago. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Kicker Robbie Gould set to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields. Fields going to throw right away. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team wanted to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Ayuk to return it. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the 2nd-year signal caller.
San Francisco opted not to throw Trey Lance into the fire right away, bring him along slowly last season. He still drew 2 starts, though, and showed flashes of his huge dual-threat potential in both. Almost 100 yards on the ground in a tough one against Arizona, and 280 total yards in a win over Houston. They'll bring him along slowly in year 2. The keys to the car are efficient.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 53 yards. And the Niners are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
7 yards there and a first down.
First down for Byron Pringle, and he's a smart gamble by the Chicago Bears. They saw a guy put up 568 yards last year, and he was buried in Kansas City's depth chart. They do believe his ceiling is much higher as a full-time starter, so they brought him in on a one-year deal to see if he's a long-term answer for their team.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. Spins by. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points count. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 13. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Lance. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Running left, Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off play action, Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
This returnable for Ayuk. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Second down, here's an option right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw to about the 48-yard line.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw, Fields. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive, and it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. From the 6. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. On first down, Lance. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gould with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Fields looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
3rd and 2, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Fields. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year. Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Fields on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half. So
we've reached halftime here on opening week. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. But we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On 2nd and 10, Lance on the run. He'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Lance now to throw. They'll roll him out right. Able to haul it in is Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.